What's up, guys? Bass in East Texas is here. Today I'm gonna hit y'all again, not with 5 best baits for fall or 5 more best baits for fall. I've got 10 awesome baits you're gonna throw in the fall, but I'm gonna go over today. It's gonna be a jig fishing 101, if you will. So bear with me, and I'm gonna tell y'all everything I know about fishing jigs. Let's dig right into it. Okay. So the most common kind of jig is going to be the flipping jig, like this. This is a combat jigs. I want to say like combat jigs. It's either combat jigs or Santone. Actually, I think it's Santone because that's their signature little head. But this is a flipping jig, and this is a standard silicone skirt, 3/8 ounce Santone flipping jig. The best jig brand in the world. I'm not sponsored by Santone. They are not paying me to do this video. They're not promoting me in any way. Personal preference on Santone, just to get that out of the way. But there's not much to this jig. It's a 3/8 ounce standard Santone head or jig. There's the pointed head, 90-degree line tie, or maybe a 45. I can't remember. It's good standard weed guard, good thick hook. Come on, focus now. Okay, well y'all got the idea. Good old hook. I mean, it's a standard Black Magic Santone flipping jig. Black Magic is the color. It's a good muddy water color, FYI. But I'll go over the components now. We've covered the head, good head, solid lead head, pointed. Weed guard, strong, sturdy hook, strong, sturdy hook, silicone skirt, and a pair of rattles. That's everything that's on a standard flipping jig, and that's everything you need. And actually, there's one extra thing on here that you really don't need, that I don't use, and that's the rattles. I hate rattles. My personal preference, you know, because I'm flipping a jig in a bush 99% of the time, and I'm skipping them underneath docks, and I'm flipping them in grass, and I'm flipping them around stumps. So they're hitting off they're throwing steel tip in the grass, they're banging off a dock, they're going to be banging off a stump and bouncing off the rocks and whatever I'm flipping around. And another thing is, you don't need a buttload of rattles on there, especially if you're skipping, because what will actually happen is with this rattle being right here on the back, whenever you skip that jig, it pushes all that skirt right there underneath the rattle, pins it in there, and then your jig sitting on the bottom with the skirt underneath the rattle, sitting there in a big ball and nothing but a trailer sticking up. I don't like that, so I don't use rattles. I've got more bites without rattles. Because whether they're finicky or not, you're going to get bit. Another great thing about these is the weed guard. Every jig you ever going to buy is going to have a weed guard on it. That's a pretty straightforward thing. Keep it weedless. Keep it from getting hung up. What makes a flipping jig over a football jig or a finesse jig is the head design. That real pointy design helps it get into cover better, in and out of cover a lot better. And it holds a better shape whenever you're up in there, and you won't get hung up as much as that whenever you're flipping around a bush or a dock or a stump. So that's the flipping jig. As far as the trailer, I usually use the Reaction Innovations Sweet Beaver. That's my favorite flipping bait. That's my favorite jig trailer. That's my favorite pretty much soft plastic is a Reaction Innovations Sweet Beaver. This is a black, just like a jet black, I think, or it might be Homer Special or something like that. I don't know, but keep it stupid simple, if you will. Keep it so simple it's almost stupid. That's pretty simple if you ask me. Reaction Innovations Sweet Beaver, Santone jig, no rattles, rod, reel, and line. Extra heavy flipping stick, heavy to extra heavy flipping stick. 65-pound Power Pro braid. You can see it right there. 65-pound test Power Pro braid. Good old strong braid. Don't need them 10-pounders breaking off underneath the dock. And the reel, nothing under 7-2-1 gear ratio reel. Some good old strong sturdy gears. Gear. Jig number 2, it's another type of flipping jig, but it's gonna be the compact flipping jig. Actually, I do believe I did this in my top 5 more fall baits. And the reason I say the compact one, I'll use the compact one over the normal size. First off, you can see the size difference in that. Reason being I'll use this over this is maybe the fish are more finicky and they don't want to eat a big jig. Maybe they're more keyed in on smaller crawfish or smaller bluegill, where this would be great for hunting out a giant whenever they're eating the bigger crawfish or bigger bluegill. But this here probably will get you more bites if you're searching for fish, or if they're not keyed in on a big crawfish or a big bluegill. So if the bite is tough, your fish are finicky, they're not eating that great, put down the big 3/8 or 1/2 ounce flipping jig and pick up a little 1/4 or 1/8 ounce compact jig, compact flipping jig, and flip it around the same spots, same places you know where the fish are, around the edges of the grass, around the stumps, the bushes, the docks, maybe the edges of little rocks and boat ramps. Throw the compact jig over this here if your bite is a lot tougher, because I'll use these here on Lake Fork, one of the most pressured lakes in Texas, if not the most pressured lake in Texas, over this jig, and I'll still get the same size on this, just because them fish are so pressured that they want a smaller profile, something that doesn't look like it's gonna kill them if they eat it, something that isn't gonna be that hard to digest, like a baby crawfish or a baby bluegill. So bait number 2 is gonna be the compact jig rod on the line, exactly the same as this. Maybe instead of extra heavy, maybe down to a medium heavy rod, and 50 to 65-pound braid, depending on what you're flipping. And same reel, high speed 7-to-1 gear ratio reel. It's our setup for the compact. Okay, now we're gonna get more into complicated stuff. The third type of jig is gonna be a football jig. The difference between a football jig and a flipping jig, if I can pick it up, I mean, they're both about the same size. Actually this one's a little bit heavier. Both of them have the same kind of skirts. Both of them almost have similar kind of trailers, little crawfish imitating trailers. This is a bow spawn, bow crawl, I think is how you pronounce it, something like that. Not promoted by them either. So, another great flipping bait. Probably my second favorite flipping bait, other than the sweet beaver. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by Bow Crawl either. I'm not sponsored by anybody right now. This is I want to say the brand is actually football jig. I'm pretty sure that's the brand is football jig. You can buy them at Academy for like $3. They're a great football jig. They're the only ones I'll use aside from Santone. I love Santone football jigs over anything. I love Santone jigs over any jig. They're the best jig brand in the world. But a close second for football jig would be the football jig brand at Academy. Let me get down to it now. The reason they call this football jig is probably the #1 question. Is the head on it shaped like a football? A football shaped head. These are built for rocks. These are built to go around deep rock ledges, over deep ridges, out in anything over 10 foot of water. I won't fish them if I'm fishing shallower than 10 foot, a football jig will not be tied on any of my rods. And these are more used for me in the wintertime. I will throw them in the summertime, and I will catch fish on them in the summertime. I catch more of them in the wintertime because they're more in on crawfish, and that's usually what I'm trying to imitate around rocks with this. I say that, and I got a bluegill pattern on. But trust me, whenever I'm throwing this, I'm trying to imitate the crawfish 99% of the time. So that's why I'm usually throwing a football jig in the wintertime, because they're not as active. They're wanting a bigger meal. They're wanting that slow moving crawfish down there on the bottom. So, I'll get you some football jigs. This is a 3/4 ounce football jig, 1/2 or 3/4 ounce. I usually don't go any lighter than a 1/2 ounce football jig, because I'm not fishing anything under 10 foot of water. 10 to 20 foot of water, I'm using a 1/2 ounce. Anything past 20 foot, or no, 20 to 25, I'm using a 3/4 ounce. 25 and deeper, I'm using a 1 ounce football jig. Rod on the line, heavy action rod, 20-pound fluorocarbon, and 7-to-1 gear ratio reel. So this is gonna be the same speed reel for all of these. So let me go and get that out of the way. Same speed reel for every single one of these. And then the very last kind of jig that I use, and this is gonna be the grinded out, dead of winter time jig. Whenever they won't need anything else, that's gonna be the finesse jig. You get more bites on this jig of any other group. And what makes this one different from the compact flipping jig is it's even a little bit smaller and a little bit more compact. And there's not a skirt flaring out. The skirt's real tight and little, small little twin tail grove trailer, small little light weed guard, small little light hook, and like a 1/4 ounce. I mean, this thing is light. When do you use a finesse jig over this, or that? Whenever it's dead of winter, or after a major cold front, they're holding tight to cover, they're super sluggish, and they won't eat anything. And you're looking for still a decent sized fish, pick up a little low, 3/8 ounce or 1/8 ounce finesse jig, and throw it around rock and brush piles and drop off. And eventually you're gonna stumble across one idiot fish that'll eat it. These are pretty much the baby version of the football jig. Got that round ball kind of head. I guess you say that the football jig is where this one came from. Cause like I guess somebody bent the hook in real tight and cut off the skirt on a football jig one day. But these two go hand in hand in the same spots. And these two go hand in hand. That's this one, the black one. Yeah, that's the normal foot size flipping jig. There you go. Okay, there you go. Hand in hand on the flipping jigs, the big and the little. Hand in hand on the football jigs, big and little one. Yes, you're gonna throw this around your brush piles, your rocks, and drop offs in the wintertime or after a big major cold front. Whenever you know there's fish there, they're just not willing to commit to a crankbait or a rattle trap or a jerk bait or something like that. Pick up a little finesse jig because they're probably gonna be holding tight to the bottom anyway, and just slowly drag it through where you're gonna be fishing at. We'll fish these two jigs exactly the same. Chunk it out there and drag it all the way back to the boat. Chunk it out there and drag it all the way back to the boat. All that's gonna do is any little rock, any little piece of grass, any little flicker in the bottom, it's just gonna go right over it. If you get hung up in grass, you'll pop it a little bit, but usually you're just gonna drag it, and all it's gonna do is just climb over every little thing. With the flipping jigs, we're gonna flip it in the bush, we're gonna pop it, we're gonna hop it twice, and then we're gonna pull it back out there and make another flip. Pretty straightforward. Finesse jig, 15-pound fluorocarbon, medium action rod, 6-to-1 gear, no, I'm thinking of tubes. I just got done doing a tube video. Yeah, should've go watch that. But this is gonna be 7-to-1 gear ratio, medium action rod, 15-pound fluorocarbon, and that's our setup for the finesse jig. Hey guys, thanks for watching Bass in East Texas again today. I can't thank y'all enough for the people who are sticking with me, keeping me going on this. Huge shout out to all my friends and family that are pushing me into doing this and helping me stay on the track with this. Promise y'all I'm gonna keep pumping out this great content for y'all to keep watching, keep filling y'all's little noggins with all the fishing that I can. My giveaway is still going on. If I get 100 subs by Thanksgiving, I promise y'all there's going to be a lure and hat giveaway. There'll be a bag full of lures and a hat giveaway, and if we're really generous and even get it a couple days before that, I'll probably end up throwing in a buff too, made by SA Company. They're the ones that have like the clown faces and the skulls and stuff like that. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and a like button, and leave a comment if there's anything else that I need to do a video on. And be sure to tell your friends and your family about this awesome channel. Hit that like button, subscribe. Hey guys, thanks for watching Bass in East Texas. I will catch y'all on the lake. See y'all later. Bang.